live, local. Now, this is WSFA 12 News, Today in Alabama.
Good Sunday morning. I'm Jordyn Elston. This morning's top stories are just seconds away, but first, WSFA First Alert meteorologist Lee Southwick is tracking your Sunday forecast. Good morning, Lee.
Good morning, Jordyn.
Some breaking news to update you on. Last night, an active shooter situation near Fort Rucker. We're still working to get the latest details, but here's what we can tell you right now. One victim is dead and the suspect is in custody. That's according to the Dale County Sheriff's Office. Again, our news team here at WSFA is working to get the latest updates. Be sure to check WSFA.com and the 12 News app for all the latest information. A manhunt is underway for the gunman who police say shot 2 people at an Alabama mall on Thanksgiving Day. Authorities now say the man who police killed because they thought he was the suspect likely did not fire the shots. Kim Hutcherson has more on the changing story and the growing calls for justice. We've learned the youngest victim in that mall shooting near Birmingham is doing well. A 12-year-old was shot during the chaotic moments during Thanksgiving night shopping. The victim's mom posted a message on Facebook saying doctors decided not to remove the bullet and the little girl is recovering well. An 18-year-old was also shot twice and continues to recover in the hospital. Troy police are investigating the death of an 18-year-old who was dropped off at the hospital after being shot. Police say Jordyn McKinney was left at Troy Regional Medical Center around 8 last night. He was transported to a hospital in Montgomery for treatment but died. Police are trying to track down the people who dropped him off. If you think you might have some information that could help in this case, you're asked to contact police. Rains are helping douse a massive and deadly wildfire in Northern California. The wildfire is about 95% contained. Although the rain has helped get control of the fire, it's complicated the search for possible remains of people who were killed in the fire. At least 84 people have died. Thousands of fans were in Tuscaloosa Saturday for the big game. Many of them were inside seeing the action firsthand, and many others were having a good time tailgating and watching it all from a party of their own. WSFA 12 News reporter Samantha Day wraps it all up for us from T-Town. Not everyone could make the drive to Tuscaloosa for the game. In Montgomery, fans sporting their favorite team gear watched on TV as the teams went head-to-head. There were high points for both teams, but at the end of the day, Alabama took it home. Fans say that no matter how their team is playing throughout the season, the Iron Bowl is always a game to look forward to.
You have to look at the history of these two games, no matter what their history is as far as who won and who lost. You have to look at how they played. Always been a great championship game, no matter what the score is, no matter what their record is.
In the game today, they started off hot. They started off pretty good, and then they started slowing down there towards the end, making a lot of mistakes. So other than that, they did all right.
There are some mixed feelings with Auburn fans, some saying that they're cheering on Alabama to a national championship, while others need a little more time after Saturday's loss. If you're thinking of heading out this weekend to buy your Christmas tree, you may want to hold off. According to a report by the National Christmas Tree Association, Christmas trees cost about $77 on Black Friday and then jump up to $81 on Cyber Monday. If you can wait until the week before Christmas, the average price drops to $64. But if you want the best deal, Christmas Eve offers the lowest price, averaging $47. Montgomery's Kirk Jay is still in the running to win season 15 of The Voice, and Monday night is the show's fan night. NBC wants to showcase Jay's fans in Montgomery, so local residents are urged to come out and support him Monday at the BB King's Blues Club, located at the Wind Creek Casino. Please arrive by 5:45 as NBC is planning to record a special segment. Coming up, we're keeping an eye on the weather for you as your Sunday morning gets underway. WSFA First Alert meteorologist Lee Southwick will be bringing you the latest First Alert updates coming up next. Well, I'm definitely kind of looking forward to just staying inside and watching my Christmas movies over the next couple of days. So this seems like pretty good weather for that.
I think today it's definitely not going to feel like Christmas, even though we have some lovely decorations here. But tomorrow and the next day, very chilly.
Well, thank you so much, Lee. Alabama fans have officially taken Iron Bowl bragging rights back from Auburn for the next year. There was no stopping the Crimson Tide from rolling at home as the Alabama offense put up 500 yards of offense in this one. Tua had a field day yesterday, throwing for over 300 yards and 5 touchdowns to go along with another touchdown on the ground. There was never too much doubt in this one. Your final score from Bryant-Denny is 52-21. Auburn will have to wait for bowl selection to see what bowl game it will play in this year, while the Tide will need to beat Georgia in the SEC championship game to fully secure a spot in the college football playoff. A division crown was up for grabs in Saturday's Troy Appalachian State meeting. The winner would be crowned the Sun Belt Conference East Division champions and would host next Saturday's Sun Belt Conference championship game. The Mountaineers would take the victory 21-10, doing all of their scoring of the game's first 30 minutes. The Trojans see their regular season end at 9-3 and 7-1 in conference play. Their 13-game conference winning streak is snapped, but they'll be playing in a bowl for the 3rd straight year. College football's rivalry week continues with 11th-ranked Florida taking on rival Florida State on the road. The Seminoles hanging in there at home going into halftime down just 13-7. That all changed in the second half as Florida put up 4 touchdowns on their way to a win. 41-14 is your final from Tallahassee, Florida. Now to number 5 Georgia, just clobbering in-state rival Georgia Tech. The Bulldogs took a first quarter lead down in Athens with a 5-yard touchdown just minutes into the game. And they didn't seem to have too much trouble adding to that lead. Bulldogs still in the hunt for a spot in the college football playoff. 45-21 is your final there. They'll face Alabama next Saturday in the SEC championship game in Atlanta. Still more to come on this special edition of Today in Alabama. First, we'll take a look at what scientists are saying about climate change, as well as the effect it could have on your health. Plus, an update from the CDC on a nationwide recall on romaine lettuce. What you need to know straight ahead. The cost of climate change in this country alone could reach hundreds of billions of dollars, according to a new U.S. government report. The White House released the federally mandated study Saturday. It says climate change could devastate our economy and worsen people's health. Andy Rose reports. CDC continues to remind Americans not to eat romaine lettuce amid an E. coli outbreak that has sickened dozens. The newly released statement comes after the head of the FDA, Dr. Scott Gottlieb, says that the lettuce most likely came from California due to growing and harvesting patterns. Dr. Gottlieb also says officials are working to supply the market with lettuce that will soon be harvested from different regions. But in the meantime, officials are still urging consumers to throw away all romaine lettuce and to clean the area where the lettuce was stored. 32 people in 11 states have become ill and 13 had to be hospitalized. No deaths have been reported. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with another look at that forecast coming up next. Christmas is still a month away, but a man in South Dakota got an early gift thanks to the kindness of a stranger. Hunter Schmatt was headed to his sister's wedding in Las Vegas when he noticed he left his wallet on the plane. He says he never expected to see it again, but a few days later he got a package with his wallet and a letter. The sender, only identifying themselves with initials, said they also added about $40 to his wallet so that he could celebrate having it back.
I think that it goes to show that there's more good out there than there is evil, because this was just a random guy on the street. It really just shows that there are still good people out there.
Hunter was able to track down the man who sent the wallet using the return address and thank him personally. Now, WSFA First Alert meteorologist Lee Southwick will join us with the last look at our forecast. Hey, Lee.
Hey.
Into Today in Alabama Sunday Special Edition. We're going to be back with you tonight at 5 and 10.